Hey everyone, it's John Brewer with Live with John Brewer, founder of JourneyToSixFigures.com. And tonight, I want to apologize. I said that you stick with a schedule. My schedule was 7:30, but I also did say you need to be fluid in your schedule, and I had to take care of some kids, so that's why I'm late getting on tonight. Couple of things that happened to me last night and today. I've got note cards this time. Note cards. Let me close the door so that the noise is not as bad. So, most of my business is built late at night. After I did my Facebook Live last night, I decided, you know what? My mentor, Liz, told me she's got a website called thelizlife.com, and I thought, you know, what can I do that could allow me to have people join up and follow along a little bit better by getting email notifications and stuff to that effect to let them know that hey, I'm doing a presentation. And so what I did is I got livewithjohnbrewer.com, and I'm last night, just so you know, guys, trying to do a business late at night, brain fry like there's no tomorrow. And I got my domain name through Namecheap. I have my hosting through bluehost.com, and through Bluehost, I used the WordPress one-click install, got it all installed, and I was loading up InstaBuilder, which is a tool that I use to build the web page. If you go to that website, you'll see a web page. You can put your name and email in there. It will allow you to click submit, but there's still some back-end stuff that's not working very well, so don't... if you go there and join up on the list, you might get some error messages. Don't worry, I'll be fixing it tonight because I didn't have much time last night. But anyway, my funny is the fact that when I tried to load InstaBuilder, I kept getting an error message. Spreadsheet not found. Or, excuse me, not spreadsheet, but... oh, what is it called? CSS. Oh, my brain just farted right here live. Style sheet. That's what it is. Yeah. So it said style sheet not found. I'm like, what? No, it's got a style sheet. It does. And I go into the folder and there's no style sheet. I'm like, great. Somehow I erased the style sheet. So I deleted the InstaBuilder from the website, and I, instead of trying to load it via the website through WordPress, I decided to go FTP. Now, some of these terminologies, they're technical things. Be willing to learn, because building an online business requires that you know those things. Because sometimes your easy method isn't so easy sometimes, and last night mine happened to be that way. So after trying to put it on, after trying to upload InstaBuilder via WordPress, it didn't work. So I decided to do FTP. Loaded it up. Took forever. Style sheet not found. I'm like, what the heck? So I go back to InstaBuilder, I download the new file, open it up, upload it via FTP, style sheet not found. I thought, what the heck am I doing wrong? Now, people understand I'm pretty technical savvy. Otherwise, I wouldn't be working on computers and networks and all sorts of stuff like that. But my issue was this. There's a little file called readme.txt. I open up that file and I start reading it. The InstaBuilder plugin, now those words right there, in fact the second one, plugin. If any of you work with WordPress, you automatically know where my problem is. My problem was I was trying to load a plugin up to my website as a theme, not a plugin. Now, the problem with that is this. WordPress is a great platform. Themes allow you to make your website beautiful. I use OptimizePress as my theme for my sales pages, my membership sites, and all sorts of stuff. Because for $97 you get 3 websites. I bought InstaBuilder because I wanted to compare it to OptimizePress, and it is $97. At least, yeah, I think I paid $97, but it was an unlimited license, which means I could do as many websites as I wanted instead of just 3. Still playing with it, not totally jiving with it quite yet, but we'll see. Anyway, where was I going with that? Yeah, in order to make InstaBuilder work, it has to be uploaded as a plugin. So that kind of brings me to my first point of the night. Now, see, I brought cue cards because I want you guys to understand. Be patient with thyself. This is the number one thing that I've actually stumbled upon, even as a new person building my business. I was always frustrated because I wasn't moving or wasn't getting things done. And I was always beating myself up. But see, that's the number one thing as a business owner, is you have to be patient with yourself because you're learning. You're learning something that you've never done before. If you've never owned a business, how can you be a business owner? Well, you have to learn the skills, learn the mentality, and in order to do that, it's kind of like going back to grade school. I mean, my youngest son's struggling with double-digit, 4-digit division using single digits, you know, like 5 divided by 2,785, you know. He's struggling with it. And, you know, I was pretty rough on him. And that's probably because I felt like, you know, I'm the dad and I know math. But really, I mean, he's struggling with it. So is it fair for me to expect him to know my knowledge? No. And this is the same thing with you. As you're building your business, you need to be patient with yourself as you're learning the different aspects, especially when it comes to technology. Working with technology can be frustrating. In fact, I heard a multi-millionaire online marketer, his name's Brendan Bouchard. He was talking about an experience he had once with technology. He had decided to do what's called a teleseminar, and he was selling a high-ticket product. It was about $2,000 for the product. And yes, there are $2,000 products, and they are worth it depending on who it is. I don't have one yet. I plan on having one at some point, but right now I'm beginning my journey and learning things as I go. But he explained that he was on a trip with his wife, and he had gone to a seminar or a conference. I can't remember exactly what it was. And he had been upgraded to the presidential suite. Now, it was done because of some friends and whatnot. But anyway, the point is he wanted to try out this new software. Now, trying out a new software live probably isn't the greatest thing in the world. You want to test it out and try to do it before you go live. But anyway, he said that in the process of him trying to do this teleseminar, the system crashed. And he knew that he was going to sell about 30 units of his product that night on that call. I mean, he was that confident in his abilities. 30,000 or 30 people times $2,000, that's a $60,000 phone call. He was livid, and he took the phone. It happened to be a corded phone. Now, for those of you that are young whippersnappers, it's kind of crazy. I never thought I would say that, but okay. If you're old enough to know what I'm talking about, we used to have phones that were not cell phones. They were corded phones that had a cord that went from the headset down to a base unit. And then from the base unit, there was a cord that went into the wall. Anyway, he picked that thing up and he chucked it clear across the room. It hit the wall. It damaged the sheetrock. Now, mind you, this is a presidential suite. He paid a pretty penny to fix that, He told that story, and I'm kind of using it as an example, but my example is the same. I got frustrated with myself. I was sitting there going, come on, I know this. I know how these things work. It should load just fine. I've actually used it before. Why isn't it working? And lo and behold, I had forgotten that it was a plugin, not a theme. Okay, so come back to be patient with thyself. As you're learning to build your business, as I'm learning to build my business, you need to be patient. Now, the second takeaway that I had come to me, and it actually happened this morning. I was on my way to work. I had a couple of jobs in town working at a Walgreens, installing some pin pads. And then I came home, took care of my wife because she's sick. And had some lunch, was taking care of a few other things, and then I had to go to Pocatello. Well, I was almost out of gas, and I thought, you know what, I'll just get gas on the way. The second takeaway is this. Now, let me not give away the whole thing. Second takeaway is, if no money, if no fun, then no money. Basically, I started thinking about what I wanted to talk about tonight, and I got so stinking excited about being able to chat with you guys that I forgot to get gas. I was driving an hour down the road. I totally forgot to get gas. I was so excited. I was thinking, man, there's so much I can share. And what can I share that'll be beneficial? And just over and over and over, I was so excited. And it wasn't until my car went ding, and I looked down and it said low fuel. I'm like, are you kidding me? So yeah, if no fun, then no money. And basically that brought me back to, you have to have fun. If you get into business only to make money, you're going to lose. Plain and simple. Money is important. I mean, right up there next to oxygen, it's that important. You give a family of 5 or 6 or 7, $100,000, it changes their entire life. All right, you give a family $20,000 and they're living on the streets, means the world. But if you only focus on money and you fail to connect with people, you've failed in your business. Have fun. Enjoy yourself. Connect with people. Help them succeed. Because in doing that, you succeed in multiplied measure. In fact, that comes to my next point. How are you going to provide value? How are you going to provide value to the marketplace? When we call people brand new to online marketing, they're called newbies. And I'm a newbie. Everybody's a newbie at some point. You can't get out of not being a newbie. All right. But every newbie out there, the first question out of their mind is, how can I make money in online marketing? And the number one answer that has been said over and over and over again is, how are you going to provide value? How do you provide value to the marketplace? Your knowledge, your experience, you've gone through it for some reason. All you need to do is package it into a product, be it an ebook, be it a webinar, be it a membership site, a course, any digital product. Package your experience and then offer it. Offer it in free content such as blog posts, articles, videos, face to camera, which is what I'm doing right here. Provide value. Provide so much value that when you do sell something, people know that you are really good at what you're doing. The value that you provide is outstanding. People will gladly pull their wallet out and give it to you. Now, that doesn't mean you don't need to understand marketing, because that's not true. You still need to understand marketing. But if you want a shortcut on the marketing, how are you going to provide value? The value you provide is what's going to help sell your business. The third takeaway that I want to talk about, and it kind of goes back to what I was doing last night with a live with JohnBrewer.com. I was creating what's called a squeeze page, all right? And then behind that squeeze page, I have an autoresponder called Aweber. And in Aweber, I created an automated function or an automated process that the moment you put your name and email in and hit submit, it sends a message off to Aweber. Aweber says, okay, I'm going to add that name to this list. And then, oh, look, there's a thank you page that they need to see. Okay, that thank you page then says, hey, thanks for signing up. Please go to your email, verify that you really do want to receive these messages. And then you click on a link, and from there, it either takes you to a sales page, which generally is called a tripwire, or a medium size offer, or entry product, one-time offer. There's a whole bunch of names for it. Or in my case, it'll actually take you to my blog at iamjourneywithjohn.com. See, my entire business is about the journey, and that's the theme. That's what I've chosen to be in my business, is talk about the journey. And every journey starts with a foundation. Get a foundation in place. If you want to build an e-commerce business, the foundation is going to be your store. What kind of products are you going to sell? How are you going to promote them? Are you going to use a third-party platform like not YouTube, but oh my goodness, I'm pulling a blank here. eBay, Etsy, Amazon. You know, what are you going to do? Are you going to self-host? Do you need to get a hosting? Do you need WordPress? Do you need an e-commerce plugin? You just need to learn about what kind of foundation you need and then put it in place. E-commerce has that. Mine is a digital product business, and so what I've done is I've created a squeeze page, and on that squeeze page I've offered something of value. If you go to my blog, now mind you, my blog is still halfway finished. I've got some pages that don't have content and stuff to that effect, so bear with me. But if you go to my blog, iamjourneywithjohn.com, on the right hand side you're going to see a report that I'm giving away called 7 Ways to 7K. And what it is it teaches you 7 different methods that you can use to build an online business and scale it to making $7,000 a month. So that's a freebie, all right? You put your name and email in, and then I will deliver that to you. On the back end, I actually have a one-time offer, a tripwire, where I have a product. It's a report, more of a compilation of multiple reports that teaches you how to take your knowledge, your experience, and build a membership site out of it. So that's part of the foundation, all right? Having a blog I don't care what business you're in. I just dropped my cards. I don't care what business you're in. You need to have a blog. On that blog, you need to talk about what you're doing, your experiences, your knowledge. That's your free information, your value that you're providing. So have a blog as part of your foundation. So yeah, have a foundation. I'm kind of beating that to death, so I'm gonna move on to, where did I? Okay, so actually get a foundation was number 4. I'm even losing my steps. Way to go. The last one, my last takeaway is plan out the steps to get to your ultimate goal. What do you need to do in order to build an online business? And I was going to use a whiteboard, changed my mind, probably should have. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow night, I'm not sure. Actually, I won't be able to because tomorrow night I'm traveling, so I will be in a car doing this. Won't get to have my lights and my screen and all that. So anyway, plan out what it takes to get your business off the ground. If you do sign up with my live with johnbrewer.com, I'll actually be throwing a kit together. It'll be a mind map and a cheat sheet along with a checklist and a few other goodies that'll actually help you know what you need to have in place to, 1, have your foundation, and 2, how to figure out your knowledge and how to present it to the world. So, and then from there you can kind of plan out what else you want to do with your business. That's pretty much it. I want to give a shout out to a couple of people at this point. I thank you for visiting. I've seen a couple of people join up, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to throw them into the comments. I'll answer any questions that I can. But my shout out goes out to Tiffany Lambert. Tiffany Lambert is a woman that I've stumbled upon years and years ago as I was learning about business. Phenomenal giver. She is a wonderful person, had some difficulties in life, but how she got started was she wrote for people. She did what was called ghostwriting. She's a phenomenal writer. She does a wonderful business, and when I first met her, she liked to do vlogging, which is a video blog. And last night she threw on my Facebook Live. She's like, "Oh my goodness, everybody's leaving me in the dust." And I said, No, Tiffany, you can do it. You can do it. And today she did it. She's not sure she's going to do a 90-day challenge, and I'm throwing the gauntlet down. Tiffany, get the 90-day challenge. Definitely get in there and do that. But wonderful person to learn from. Now, for those that are wondering, what the heck, why did I tag all of you? I want to thank you. I want to thank you for allowing me to learn from you. I want to thank you for providing the value to the marketplace that you have given. Because of you, I've learned a ton, and I'm hoping to take that information, not paid product stuff, but just the little tidbits here and there, my spin on it, what I've thought about it, what I've learned from it, and I hope to be able to provide the same value that you have in my life. I thank you for that. I honor you for the struggle that you've gone through in building your business. I honor those of you that have joined me tonight for taking the time. I mean, I've probably done 15, 20 minutes on this live call or live chat, and I honor you and thank you for taking the time. Again, if you have any questions, drop them in the chat. Or in the comments, and I'll answer them. If you want, go ahead and go over to livewithjohnbrewer.com. You can sign up there. Again, there's probably some technical stuff I need to fix, but it will put your name on a list, and I will send out an email about what I've talked about tonight, and a link to my blog with the video and kind of a layout, a text layout of everything. So again, thank you. Have a wonderful night. Have fun. I'm a dad with 5 kids. You probably have heard them screaming. They're screaming. Trying to get them to go to bed. It's now past 8 o'clock, and it's always a fight. But hey, you know, kids are kids. Again, thank you. Have a good night. Sayonara.